Welcome back to Talk That Talk with Meesh and Jay. I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro, Jay. Look, if you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are true here, you already know what to do. Get your smokes, get your drinks, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And your ass should already be
subscribe.
Y'all
already know.
Hey, y'all
subscribe,
already know.
y'all.
Please subscribe, like to get us in the algorithm. Comment, okay, and subscribe. It brings attention to our channel. We would appreciate it, and we love it. And thank you for all those who have subbed recently and are back. And or if you aren't back, just please, if it's just your first time here, sub, like, subscribe, even share if you have family members who you know would love just to hear a real Trending Topics podcast, real Trending Topics channel. Okay, where our goal is 1,000 subscribers, guys. So please, please, please. Find it in your heart to subscribe.
Yep.
All right.
Most definitely.
All right. Outside of that, we good, though, y'all. Today it's going to be about Malcom Jamal Warner.
Theo Huxtable.
Theo Huxtable from The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show. Mm-hmm. Sad story. But before we get into it, is there anything you want to chop it up about before we jump into it?
You know what? I did. You know, I got to start writing stuff down because I be forgetting. I like, I want to talk about this. And then I go about my business. And then soon I say, what the hell was I about? I forget it. So I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I got to start learning how to jot things down. I'm getting older.
You need a notepad like I got, bro.
Yeah, I do. And I got a notepad. I got one right here. And I ain't even using it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got some things I'm doing to my car. So that's gonna be a surprise, and I'm gonna pop it up when this gets done. You can see them boxes right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting them things done. But other than that, shoot, that's it. Janae's coming in town Thursday.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
Demise.
Yeah.
Demise.
She live in Houston. She live in Houston, so she's coming to see her family.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
Yep.
I don't get to see her that often, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, bro. For sure. Yeah. If you watching Niece, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Bruno's getting bigger. Look at him. Look at your boy.
I know. Bruno getting up there.
Look at him. He was a little thing when we was
yeah.
early.
If you go back, you'll see in our episodes, like it's plenty
Ain't that right, Bruno boy?
Episodes of him when he was bigger. He had more fur too because he had cut his fur off for the summer. So.
Yep, he was hot.
Yeah.
He be hardtailing back in the house. Yep.
He's a cockachon, right?
Cockachon. Yeah. Yep. It's a Bichon Frise and a Cocker Spaniel mixed.
He is so precious and he loves to lick. Just so you guys know.
He be killing me. All
right.
But that's it.
All right. So. Look, we're going to get into it because...
Oh, hold on real quick. Congratulations to Venus Williams. She's here in D.C. They got a tennis tournament here in D.C. I forgot the name of it. But Venus is here. It's a lot of tennis stars here, but she's one of the main ones.
Nice.
She played in a good while. 45 years old, won her first match.
Wow.
And a long, I think she
won.
And she won.
That's good.
Venus Williams.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Also, happy birthday to our bro, Mo Brown.
Yep.
My bro's best friend. It's his birthday today. Just so happens. So, look, when we do the podcast and it's on somebody's birthday and we can remember, we want to shout them out, especially if they're important to us and special. And he's a special person. So, we want to just shout him out and say, happy birthday,
Brown.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep. We were 40 years back.
I mean, they go way back.
40 years for friendship.
I was a kid.
Brotherhood.
I was a child. I was a little baby thing when he came into his life. So.
Yeah, you don't get friends like that with that long. Be together that long.
There you go. So, anyway, moving forward, we're going to jump into the topic. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You stayed this long. Thank God. We just jumping into it. So, please, just stick with us. But, yeah, our topic was Malcom Jamal Warner, his unfortunate demise, y'all.
Very sad.
It was such a sad situation because I watched a lot of the Cosby Show. I loved that show. I think it was one of the better African American or just black shows in general that was out back then that promoted black people in a positive light.
Yeah.
You know, doctors, lawyers, teachers, college.
Yeah.
I mean, just
professors,
just normal. You know, overall, and it's not drugs.
Yeah.
It's not gangs. It's not hoes and pimps and sluts and it literally was like a very family oriented. It was funny. It was,
and it also, I mean, don't say it didn't have like. I'm not saying it didn't have negativity,
those
but it
things.
had things in there. But it taught a lesson.
It taught lessons
to stay away from like the beer, the drinks, and smoking. They had little episodes in it, and then at the end, look, don't do this, do that.
Yeah.
Trust me, look. I used to watch it. I mean, I think you was a baby or before.
Yeah.
We was living 24/5. And I used to sit there. We had the floor model TV, and I was locked in.
Yeah.
At 8:00 when the Cosby Show came on, I had to watch it. I watched every show.
It's a lovely show,
and it was so great. It was just, yeah. I mean, man,
it's tough to hear. So I mean, and for those of you who aren't aware, but Malcom Jamal Warner did pass away through drowning. He went to Costa Rica, which is crazy because that is my dream place to go to.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I want to go to Costa Rica for my 40th birthday. So I'm just like, wow. Like, even though I don't, let me tell you something. A nigga like me, I don't go near the ocean. So, I play in the sand.
Me neither.
I put my little toes, I twinkle my toes right there by the water. But I'm not swimming.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not swimming in that shit.
I'll go really ankle length.
Yeah.
And let it hit my ankle.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I've been on the beach. When I go with my brother, I'm on the beach.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the sand, and this water is so treacherous sometimes. Like, the beach water be 10, 15 feet away.
Absolutely.
But then 20 minutes later, it's working its way up to you.
It does.
You know what I mean? Because the current is so vicious.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, wait a minute. And I got to move my seat back some more.
And he got hit by a high current. This is what they're saying. So they're claiming that this is what the news is saying. But I'm hearing a little, couple things that sound a little sus, but whatever. The news is saying that he went out after sunrise swim by himself, a solo swim, and he got hit by a current and then just couldn't recover. Whatever happened, he drowned.
This is where the Cosby Show star Malcom Jamal Warner's life suddenly and shockingly ended over the weekend. You can see right now there's a red flag blowing in the wind here. That is a warning that people should not be swimming in these waters, and you can see some choppy waves out here. A source close to Warner tells NBC News that he was here with his wife and his young daughter. They were on vacation, and then on Sunday afternoon, things went horribly wrong. Authorities say that a current pulled him out to sea. People were able to get him back on land, but by then he had no vital signs. Authorities say it appears that he died from asphyxia by submersion. So this is the beach where all this unfolded, but really, as soon as you get here, even before you get onto the beachhead, you can see some warning signs for people who are coming to enjoy the day here. It says, Corrientes de resaca todo el año. Basically warning people there is a current here throughout the year. You can see there are warnings for surfers, there's warnings about wave conditions, and then take a look at this. This massive sign says you can survive a rip current. Clearly, they're warning people about the conditions that can develop, and unfortunately, the conditions appear to have pulled out Malcom Jamal Warner over the weekend. The source close to Warner says all signs point to this being a tragic accident, and now Warner's wife, according to that source, is trying to get his body back to the United States so they can prepare for a funeral.
But then there's another story that his daughter was with him. I don't know which one is particularly true.
I definitely ain't heard that one.
Yeah, but it's going around now. Now that it's going around, they're saying that it was reported that his daughter was out there.
It was just him and her?
Him and her.
On vacation,
That's what no, him, her, and the wife.
Oh, but him and the
But he
daughter
said him and
was
the
in
daughter
the
were
water.
out there with each other. Now, I don't know if the mother was there. Maybe the mother didn't go in the water. I don't know what that... I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how she got out of it. She's a kid and he didn't.
And he did. Believe me, I'm confused.
Unless she ain't go that far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm confused myself, but why would he leave her? You see what I'm saying?
Unless he was saving her. Maybe.
Unless he saved her.
Yeah,
could have been.
Yeah, because it happened before with other people trying to save their kid.
Yeah, that could have been it. That could have been something too. But they say that some bystanders, Red Cross came. They got a report. They tried to save him. They said it took them 45 minutes to like pump on his chest and try to revive him. But unfortunately, he didn't make it. He's 54 years old, y'all. Young, very young. It's unfortunate to hear because I'm not gonna lie, your guy had a lot of work out there. Mm-hmm. He did a lot on the residents. He had the Cosby Show. I think I saw him on 911 too. Actually, for a few episodes, I don't know if you ever watched 911.
No, I've seen it, but I never watched it. No.
Okay, yeah, Angela Bassett is on that show, and he definitely
he was
played
doing
a
his
part
thing
on
as
that.
on the actors. He was doing his thing.
He was doing his thing. He directed. He was a poet. He's a he acts. He's a musician. So he had a lot of stuff under his belt. And actually, I just discovered also that he had a podcast called Not All Hood. So I thought that was dope because it was a very pro-black podcast. He speaks about the struggles of the black community, and he spoke a lot against how music has destroyed some music, not the music that you used to listen to,
right.
you grew up with. Today's music is destroying the black community. I mean, he seemed like he did work in the black community, like he's very well aware of the direction that the black community has gone down, and he's been trying to make things better, even through his poetry. I mean, immaculate poetry. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a poet at heart myself, and I've written poetry since I was 7 years old. I mean, I'm not writing it much now, which I'm trying to get back to it, but when I listened to his poetry, it really inspired me. Really inspired me. So I guess I'm about to play a little something in commemoration of him, and we also have some B-rolls, too, that we're gonna put in. So just to commemorate, I think I want to be positive.
In magic cities everywhere, she feeds her babies based on her ability to shake what her mama gave her, because her pops was too busy breaking in his disappearing act to save her from these mean streets that eat the meek in one swallow. You see, lies no longer need disguise when they start looking hollow through the eyes that need it most.
Some people are speaking on some things that seem sus, because of course anytime in the music industry somebody gets murked, or not murked, but maybe they die in a suspicious circumstance, because a lot of people are iffy about it. What they got to say about it, sacrifice, all this, all that. Nonetheless, we're gonna let the man be in peace, because I think that being a person that everybody said was a good person,
Right, he definitely is a good person.
He didn't deserve to go, but maybe, who knows? Who says that dying early is a bad thing? Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a good thing. They say the good die young sometimes.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe
Well,
he
man.
just wanted the good die young.
Yeah, everybody got something after their dash. We just don't know when.
We just don't know when. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Sometimes your time is your time, y'all.
Yeah, time is your time. You got no say-so on when you go.
So I want to play some things in commemoration to him. Well, one thing I'm played on here, and then there's some clips we're gonna input. So just bear in mind of that. But I want to get into it right now because I just put something. This one was wonderful. Somebody play it.
Boys boast bravado not to seem broken, and often so do black men. I see you, looking for clues, listening for cues, longing to know what I'm not telling you, as if I'm hiding in plain view. Even though I speak my truth, for some it's not enough. But when red tables turn timidly, some say they tell too much when they talk. My most intimate thoughts belong to me, like a woman's body when she says no. So I reserve the right to go as far as I like, and even though I live in the public eye, I don't subscribe to the dog and pony show. For I've learned to discern who can accept all of me. I read the room before I speak, because I find that folks flee from honesty like we retreat from love. Vulnerability can be a scary thing, even when we're on the mend. Black boys boast bravado not to seem broken, and often so do black men. My relationship with rejection reeks of stale smiles and toxic tear stains that shed secretions of trepidation. And since the astute shark sense fear so sharply, sometimes I feign confidence, like young girls dumb down and grown women fake orgasms. And sometimes I refrain from revealing how I truly feel and just hang out and hide the parts of me you possibly might not like. And vulnerability is a scary thing, right? We all do the same dance, right? It's like life is one big masquerade party with cute masks to mask misshapen identities made by us to make us feel safe in the face of uncertainty. But when you hide yourself to please, you place a piece of your soul on hold. And the sanctity of that space eventually becomes a poisonous pit of unexpressed feelings or untended quirks that never quite get worked out. For the things that we hide about ourselves never disappear, and some we fear may slip out when least expected. And irony for me is when I wanted to be fully accepted without giving my full self. Not feeling safe enough to be vulnerable, I lament that I was only being loved based on what I thought was safe to present. I spent years in a relationship hiding, halfway knowing I was neglecting me, allowing myself to be disrespected since I was already disrespecting me. Friends who knew me well looking at me like, who the hell is he? It's deep. I've learned that a compromised soul may let you sleep, but will never let you rest. Until you address the parts of you that can't be dressed up with a smile and, yo, I'm fine. So I'm on this quest to embrace a self-love so radical that I honor every aspect of my being. Even the broken, I'm working to heal. Dim my light for no one. Let it project with precision to keep my path bright and protect my soul and spirit temple like a lion protects its cubs from perilous predators day and night. Black boys boast bravado not to seem broken, and often so do black men. Vulnerability is a scary thing. And while I'm on the mend, my need is to love me and tend to my self-care. Hiding in plain view is really just me choosing how much of my soul I'm willing to share.
Man, I mean, okay, that's what you do. You snap when you get a bomb. I mean, but he has a whole book. He has a whole book of those. I actually listened to like quite a few of his performances that he did in poetry. He's also a musician. Awesome, man. Like his acting was awesome. His poetry was awesome. And he also was a great person. A lot of people had a lot of good things to say. Bill Cosby, you know, he had some things to say. Actually, I felt sad for Bill Cosby because he talked about how it reminded him of when he got the call for his son, Ennis, when Ennis was, unfortunately unalived because on a robbery type of thing. And he said it just kind of reminded him of that. So that was hurting him.
Yeah.
So, he was a deep guy. Like, you know, and it's unfortunate, but when you meet people like that, or if not meet them, but just get to know that people were so deep, you could tell that you didn't meet Malcom Jamal Warner without feeling his soul, without feeling who he was. He just getting to and going through, because I didn't know any of this about him. All I knew was he was Theo Huxtable from, I didn't realize until he passed away that he was more than an actor. He had so much more.
I kind of knew it because he was on Fox 5 some months back, and he talked about his poetry and all that stuff like that. So, I didn't know before that, but I've seen when he was interviewed on Fox 5 DC. Yeah, and he talked about all that. Yeah. Yeah, man. But he hit everybody's heart, and that's when you know you made an impact. That's right. On everybody in life and stuff like that.
That is right.
You know.
What's good? Yes, I got the flower in my hair. Today's my daughter's birthday. She put the flower there, so I'm rocking it. What? It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. I just wanted to shout out and just spread some love and some good cheer. And you know, life is out here lifing, right? For me and for everybody else. But just wanted to remind you, as I remind myself, that no matter what's going on, there's always a reason to smile. Like if you just take a minute to stop and take stock, I guarantee you can find at least one reason to smile. And if for some reason you can't find a reason to smile, then that's probably the best time to be the reason for somebody else to smile. So, find a smile for yourself and be a reason for someone else to smile. That's all I got. Listen to love because it's been a minute. Peace and love, and I'll be back soon.
And he truly did. I really do. He truly did.
I grew up on him. You know, I mean, that's just what it is. I was probably like maybe 10, 11 when Cosby Show came out. And I watched it all the time. 9 years old, probably.
Yeah, like you growing up with him.
Yeah, I was growing up with him. He was young. I was young. You know what I mean? Now that, you know, give you people to look up to, you know?
It just gives you a lot. Like he was a person that gave a lot, put it that way. He gave a lot. So And I also heard something, like he did a couple interviews. I know one with Melissa Ford and another one he did with Sherry Shepherd. And the one with Melissa Ford, he talked about his legacy. She asked him about his legacy. And this, I don't know how long ago this was, but it was like really reminiscent because it's like thinking like, damn, he just was talking about how you don't know when your time is up. You know, you just don't know.
That's true. You don't know.
You know, and you got to think like you can be here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah. And so what impact
have you done?
Yeah. Are you making, or have you done everything that you wanted to do in life?
That's true. That's why I be trying to do everything I want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you got to make peace with it, with your life. You know what I mean?
Because, like, do you want to have regrets? I mean, think about how terrible that has to be to get to that time where it's like your bed, you know, y'all know put the dash, D bed, you on that. And it's so many things that you just refuse to do because either you couldn't do because of other people's thoughts and opinions, or things you wouldn't do because of fear and things holding you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many reasons why people don't do things in life.
Right.
Or don't just experience things. And I think that him at 54, like, damn, that's telling. You don't know.
Yeah, and that's still young. I mean,
That's
these
young.
days is young.
No.
Back in the day, that was old. But now,
54 is
that's nothing.
54 is unacceptable.
Yeah, some people nowadays, you can't even tell somebody how old they are when they 54 years old.
It's an unacceptable age to have to just go and like that. That's abrupt. He was on vacation.
Yeah.
He was on vacation. He was like, I'm living my life. When people go on vacation, they looking for memories. They ain't
looking to die. Or pass away.
Yeah,
you know
they ain't looking to go while they out there, you know, getting that swim on after the sunset rise. He done ate some good food. He done, you know.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like, that's not a good way to go. But I think, if it was his time, who says what's a good way? You know,
right.
It's tough. It's tough, you know. And
people pass every day for different things.
Very different things.
Well, just cancer and natural causes. Some idiot being out there shooting a gun. Accidental car accidents.
Absolutely.
You know, it's millions of ways, you know what I mean? And every day people are born.
Yeah. And
people pass away every second of the day.
And you're correct. You're correct. Guess what? The hood way people say it is you die every day, B. Yeah. Or people die every day.
People die every day, B.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's what my man Cam said.
Yeah, and people get born every day.
I mean,
just like
and you got to think about it. Even the people that's over there in Iran and all these places where war. Look at these poor kids that got to deal with that out there. They can't live because grown adults going to war, shooting missiles at buildings and stuff, and they can't even live a life of the turn of adults because they don't care.
Their quality of life isn't quite there because they have to deal with other things that have nothing to do with them. Yeah. They just woke up that day. Yeah, they wasn't. So they go to school, walk to school, a whole missile done blew some shit up right in front.
At the school.
You know, so, you know.
It's terrible. But life, it's life.
Yeah. And you don't know when that life will end. Mm-hmm. You know, another thing that I seen him say, he asked Felicia Rashad about hopelessness. He asked her about hopelessness, and he said, what do you do about that? Because he said he felt hopeless. He didn't like the darkness in the world at the time. That's what he was saying, that he felt hopeless. And he asked Felicia Rashad, his mother from the Cosby Show, like, what do you do about that? And she said, hey, you know, sometimes you learn, like, the light and the dark have to exist. Right. Together. Because the only way, and that's true. That's a real thought. Like, how do you know how to be happy if there's no sadness? Mm-hmm. How do you know what's happy if there's no sadness? How do you know what light is if there's no darkness? Mm-hmm. So that it makes perfect sense why she said that, and then it kind of helps you understand why we do have to go through the things we have to go through. Mm-hmm. Things don't seem fair. Of course, death doesn't never seem fair.
Definitely not fair.
No, but at the same time, it's a reminder for us, because I feel like those people who are passing on and going on, they've won. Mm-hmm. You know, like they've graduated. Mm-hmm. They've graduated from here. Mm-hmm. You know, now if you come back, I don't know what to tell you. You come back to this motherfucker as a baby, you got to do it again. I don't know what to tell you. You got to do it all over. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that I look at this as like once it's time for you to go, especially if you made it to your elder age, like, you know, your 90s or whatever. Let's say your case isn't that it was just your time and you did everything by 54 and now it's time to go. And you was in your 90s, time for you to transition. I suppose you graduated from here. And you need to go elsewhere and make a, you know, a bigger.
I hate to say it. Just give me 88, 90. 88, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I mean, just seeing the people in these assisted living places and they struggling. I don't want to. I can't do nothing. I'm just laying in a vegetable state. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I think 85, 88 is a good enough where you enjoy yourself. You still moving, go to the store, do things. But once I can't do the things that the normal people can do anymore,
can't wipe your ass,
and you start peeing on yourself and all that.
Gotta be
time
fed,
for me to go.
falling and busting your head, all that.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
No, I agree. I
You know
agree.
what I
I
mean?
think that it's nice to get old, but I don't think you want to get old to the point where it's like you don't have anyone. You need somebody to do all the things for you that you could do for yourself before.
Yep.
And believe me, all of us ain't beat for that because some people got too much pride. Don't wipe my ass. I'm gonna wipe my own.
You ain't lying.
I can wipe my own ass.
You ain't
Thank
lying.
you.
You ain't lying.
Okay, like
I'm not going for that either.
Talking about bend over, spread. Like you be like, what the? I mean, I know it's not funny, you know, especially for those who elderly. It's not funny, but I think you got to make light of certain situations because it's a reality for all of us. Mm-hmm. The reality is we all going to get there at some point.
Oh, most
you
definitely.
better hope and pray that you go.
Get there.
If you get there.
Yeah.
And you better hope when you get there that you can bend over, wipe your own ass, and feed yourself and clothe yourself and things like that. Because other than that, somebody always going to have to be there in those moments to do it for you. And what if you don't have that? What if it's always a stranger? That sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's tough. That's tough. I think one more thing that I heard him mention. Oh God, I'm trying to think because I did Felicia Mashad thing. He was talking on Sherry Shepherd about something else. I forgot, y'all. I done got thrown off. But here's what I am going to say. It sounds like he's really going to be missed because a lot of everybody has great things to say about Malcom Jamal Warner, that he was a wonderful person. He was a good dude. He followed the rules, you know.
Yeah.
He just was an overall great guy. Nobody had anything bad to say about him. And I also think that, too, in with him doing his podcast, Not All Hood, he was really speaking on some real stuff. He spoke on, you know, Jesus and how Jesus had, you know, woolly hair and feet of brass. And he was trying to he was a living expression of what African American, or if not African Americans, a lot of people don't like to use that term, Black people desire to be. We don't want to be looked at as niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he was the expression of that. Like, as you can see how he expressed himself, so intelligent.
No, you're definitely intelligent.
I mean,
he speaks fluently. He speaks good. Yeah.
He was talented in every way. He was a director. You know what I'm saying? That is what he was, the embodiment of African Americans, 100%. And he was saying it himself. If this nigga music, and I'm gonna call it that,
damn,
the music made for us to keep our vibration low, if that wasn't out there, we would be up. Our vibration would be high, super high.
Right.
We would walk around and be respected, but no, they don't want us to be respected. You know, I was just talking to moms about this earlier about how we don't have no more Martin Luther Kings and Malcolm X's. You know why? Because they don't want that.
Nope, at all. You bet not.
They got rid of them.
Yep.
They got rid of them. They were leaders. We don't have no more leaders. Okay, we got
at least nobody that's trying to step up.
At least nobody that's step right, because you know what's going to happen to them if they do.
Yeah.
You get a huge following that's somebody who's talking some shit that is changing the minds of the African Americans or the Black people and lifting their vibration. You guaranteed you are bambata. You are out of here. Okay, that's just how it is, and I feel like I can't say that that's what happened to him, but what I can say is that is the usual that happens to people who jump out there and try to change things and have a huge following. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just want to say that I'm grateful to know that this man existed. To be honest, learning about him and listening to the things he had to say and to know that he his purpose did not go wasted.
Right.
His purpose was not in vain. That's what I saw. When I went deep diving and looking into him, he was not just Theo from the Cosby Show. He was not just an actor. He was somebody that actually made a difference. And even though, no, he was no Martin Luther King and no Malcolm X, but in a way, he was a bit of a martyr than me. Because he was speaking his mind about things that I think more people need to be out here willing to speak about and willing to try to make change. And if more people saw him as that, I think he would have been one of them.
See, this sister gets it. Our brother was trying to wake us up, help us to remember that we are God's original people. So check out this clip, see what I'm talking about.
Black is often an acrobatic act in defending black humanity in a world that worships a pale, long-haired Anglo-Saxon savior, even though the Bible clearly describes him as a bronze-skinned, woolly-haired Hebrew.
And I remember when God mentioned Malcom Jamal Warner, I just had this little, thing like, oh Lord, I've never heard about that man in scandal, never seen that man cutting up or doing anything. It was just a thought I had. And the Lord said to me, Celestial, people don't only when they do wrong. Sometimes they because that's their time. And I thought, oh, okay, Lord, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, Malcom Jamal Warner.
Yeah, rest in peace, Theo Huxtable.
Theo Huxtable. I mean, a lot of people were speaking out about him. Like I said, Raven Simone. Like I said, Bill Cosby. I forgot the woman's name, but one of his exes came out. A lot of people was making a hoopla about that because she put a picture up there with them hugged up back when they was together.
Really?
They were like, it's disrespectful to his wife. It's disrespectful. People always looking at the negative. I'm just saying, maybe she just missed him. My man, just let the man live. Okay, he dead. Let him live.
The internet's always gonna go hard.
The internet gonna internet.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
But I know for us, I wanted to keep this positive. I could have went into the conspiracy theory. I didn't want to because the man's life, to me, I mean, he seemed like a guy that worked on himself every day. He talked about how he was raised and how he wasn't allowed to express himself. Man, I can relate to that. And how he ended up in relationships later on in life where he had to learn to express himself because he wasn't taught that.
Right.
He wasn't allowed that. So that affected his relationships. I mean, he was a guy that really focused and really grew to be somebody different every day. And to imagine where he would have been at 80 blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can lead the negativity to my man BY is real on,
you
on Instagram.
Know. Yeah, because
BY is real on Instagram.
When we do interview, we gotta interview this guy. Cause BY he saying he ain't dead. That's what he said. BY saying he ain't dead. I get it. Well, I still follow you, BY. You say. Anyway, look, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe if you stayed this long. We need 1,000 subscribers. I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro Jay.
You know it.
Rest in peace, Malcom Jamal Warner. We love y'all.
It was Martin, Malcolm, Huey, Alvin, Marcus, Richard, Jesse, Adam, Carlin, Gordon, James, Philip, Nat. Showed them not to play with us. Duke, Langston, Thurgood, Robert, Hank, Jesse, Jackie, Muhammad, Paul, Stokely, Mega, Webb. About 3 Benjamins, a good 2 Freds. Women like Harriet, Rosa, Ida, Shirley, Sojourner, Madam, Maya, Mary, Bessa, Ella, and Retta. Even baby Ruby was out here applying pressure. Gail, John, Booker, Sid, George, you nuts if you don't know who he is. Bayard, Charles, Roy, Carter, Cecil, just for drinking them white folks' water. All kings and queens, yes, for real. And to the ones that we lost, like Emmett Till, and all those is here, we gon' continue to hold it down. Say it loud, black, and I'm proud.